Hey, hi there Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly Psychic Tarot and Oracle card reading. Cross-watcher energies are interchangeable, but only take those portions that are resonating with you. This is a general reading. Remember to check your rising and moon and Venus signs for a more complete picture. My readings, they do meld together. There is a free birth chart calculator link on the very bottom of the description box below, and it can help you out with these kind of readings. Sagittarius, I'd like to thank you so much for supporting my channel. The likes, the subscribes, they really help me out a lot. Thank you. Today you're going to get 5 cards from the Rider-Waite deck, 1 card from the Wisdom of the Oracle, 1 Divine Feather message, and 1 quote from a famous person. And now, here's your first card, Sagittarius. The 9 of Swords. This is air energy. It's Mars in Gemini. Now, this is a card of anxiety and worries, but these worries, they're in your head because it could be something that you're not talking about. So you do need to talk about these fears that you might be burying. You might be burying problems. You'll need to speak up to solve these problems, or it brings regrets and nightmares, and you won't be able to sleep well. Because of all the thoughts racing through your mind, you may wake up in the middle of the night with all these thoughts and not being able to get back to sleep. This is a mental torture. You'll need to make required changes for a better future. These could be ruined plans or even health worries. So steps should be taken to solve problems. And you are near the end of your mental ordeal. So do not ignore fears you have buried. This is a preoccupation with a past experience. Could be feeling unworthy or overly fearful, worried about the future. This can be someone that's overly sensitive to other people's opinions. But there is wisdom and strength that's gained through experiences. But if you're worrying, it is pointless unless it drives you to take action. So confront your worries and fears and take steps to solve your problems. Talk to someone, write in a journal, see a doctor. If you continue to doubt and fear, then it continues to haunt you. This is a high-stress card. Maybe you're having feelings of guilt regarding a past transgression, but often the fear of difficulties is worse than the reality. So look at contradictions around you and strengthen your resolve and your patience. And try not to feel so down by the temporary blockages or difficulties. These are old goals that darken over, and new ones will be lightening up. It's fresh mental pastures. Sometimes it's being apprehensive, or fretful, or guilt-ridden, or even ashamed and despondent. Your second card, and this is the energy that's crossing over your path. These are your subconscious influences. This can be a blockage to your forward progress. It's bringing in tension. Number 15 of the Major Arcana in the Rider-Waite deck, the Devil. This could be a Capricorn that you're dealing with or be in your chart. This has to do with a temptation, which brings limitations and bondage. There's extra energy here. It can be toxic or dark. This is being chained by wrong choices. It brings in discontent and depression, and even illness. This is bondage to the material. This can be a lot of attachments. This is someone that has a challenge of repression and of illusions. This can be an oppressive situation that's controlling you or the situation you're in. Brings illusions of helplessness. This can oftentimes represent a sexual relationship that has become obsessive and destructive. It can refer to a person with power over another, or overdoing something too much because it's so tempting and you like it. But it's bad for you because it blocks you from better. This can also represent a pleasure-seeking couple, emotional games, lust, addictions, anger, restrictions, and fear and shadow. This is someone that may be ashamed or jealous or codependent. They may be ill-intended or self-destructive. This is someone that could be chained by or shackled by ignorance, or chained to the need for approval, or even feeling the need to control others. This is someone that may be enslaved by addiction, or serving what's enslaving. This is someone that needs to place boundaries against users and takers. They could be experiencing restrictions, or acting in ways that impede growth. This is struggling with or denying addiction or depression, or projecting faults onto others or having them projected onto you. The devil is the trickster. It is detrimental. It could be something that's keeping you chained. It could be material. It would be limiting your personal growth. The devil thrives on instability and drama. This could be a person that is full of empty or false promises. They never take the blame, and they always blame the victim. The Nine of Swords with the Devil card is a stressful condition. It reinforces the worries, and there could be some despair and unhappiness. This can represent someone who may be bullied. It also represents dubious offers. Your third card. This is how it affects you. These are the external influences that you're consciously aware of, Sagittarius. The Ace of Swords, air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. This is a divine gift. It's new knowledge and triumph. This is a new breakthrough. It's a gift from the universe. Those 6 yods represent discernment. Has to do with truth and realization and clarity. This is the root of air energy. Has to do with the intellect, the mind, the thoughts, the love of truth and justice and spirituality, and they can express boldness and courage and can indicate strife. This can indicate a communication, a new one that came in. It is also a card of great power and force and strength. This has to do with a new beginning, a brand new way of life, a new direction in your life that brings prosperity, recognition, and spiritual growth. This is triumph over difficulties. It's grasping the opportunity. It's a spark. It's communication. It's out of something bad and then good will come. It could be a situation that looked bleak, and now it can surprisingly turn out to be extremely promising. A sense of inevitable change comes with this card, so build your strength against adversity, and study all aspects of the problem carefully, and do not make any rash or hurried decisions. This is benefiting from new clarity. It's an intellectual awakening, invigorating ideas, inspired studies. This is a passion for principles. These are new ideas that demand honing and polishing. It's powers of concentration that intensify. It's new perspectives emerging, and with them new convictions. It's seeking and seizing the truth. There's new clarity. It's getting to the point. It's checking facts, being alert and scrupulous and disciplined and honest and coherent. This is someone that is being articulate and precise, or rational and principled. This person is fair and insightful and discerning and decisive. They're impersonal. It's all one way. There's no gray area and no compromise. Someone is thinking things through. This also has to do with working on paperwork and decisions. It's keeping your promises. It's communicating with clarity. It could be putting it in writing. This is someone that has very high ideals when it comes to relationships. And it's using your mind to cut through obstacles. It's solving a problem that will lead to personal growth. And it's proclaiming your truth. The Nine of Swords with the Ace of Swords is worrying about conflicts. It's suffering from what was said publicly, either by yourself or someone about you. Your fourth card. It's the position of the future. It's the outcome, the results, and the advice. Sagittarius, you've got number 18 of the major arcana, the moon. This can represent a Cancer or a Pisces. This card is linked back to the devil because there's 15 yods there hanging under the moon, represent a divine influence and some bondage to a fear. Sorry about that. This represents the personal self, deals in the realm of imagination and the subconscious, dreams, the intuition. Maybe you feel like you're in the dark. There could be some deception or unforeseen perils or feeling some insecurity because of the illusions. This represents intuition and imagination and the unfoldment of latent psychic powers. This is exploring the inner unknown, fantasies and dreams. The moon's reflected light has always aroused strange passions, and the moon brings out the animal and the primeval side in us. These are very deep fears we can never name, for they come from within ourselves. These fears never entirely surface, and they will always sink back again. And if we accept this strange side of us, the moon will calm as well as arouse. This represents fears and anxieties, but also fantasies. It's feelings and responses to these feelings, feeling moody, facing emotional tests. There's imagination here, dreams and changeability, and going with the flow. It's being on the right path. These insecurities are because you're only seeing half of the information. When the moon is out, things are shadowy. There are shadows you can't see in them. Doesn't mean anything is there. You just feel uneasy. But there's something that's not meant to see right now. And maybe everything is not as it seems. You'll be discovering that. And this is the end of a major cycle, but things are still changing. These are mutable or dreaming qualities in relationships. It's romance and communion of the souls. It's a metamorphosis within the self. And it's a time to look inward and examine personality traits. Because change is possible from deep within. And this is qualities of others that may be masked for good or bad. So you'll need to examine contracts and projects for hidden meanings behind written or spoken words. The Nine of Swords in the Moon card represents an overactive imagination, and that causes fear and anxiety. Sleepless nights. There can be confusing misunderstandings. Your fifth card, it's the bottom of the deck card. The underlying issue, this is what's unseen. It's unseen, it's because it's something that you're not sharing with others, yet you are consciously aware of this, Sagittarius. The Ace of Pentacles, Earth energy. This is a gateway card. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, could be in your chart or someone else's that you're dealing with. This is a new tangible offer from the universe. It's like having a mini sun in your reading. This is really good, Sagittarius. That's two aces in your reading. Simultaneous growth in both of those areas. The Ace of Pentacles, also called diamonds, discs, represents money, fortune, and trade. This has to do with new prosperity and a healthy beginning, new money, new success, health, and vitality. It's a new beginning in a financial situation. This can be a contract, a new opportunity. It's the beginning of gain and stability and pleasure. There's potential. This is a seed to be nurtured, and it's finding inspiration and joy in nature. This is an opportunity for real growth. It's the beginning of a new project, a chance to improve your health. It's a gift that you can use to invest in your future gain. A new job opportunity, a chance for promotion. It's also a good time to start improving your home. And you can also begin to build the foundation for the future. Do not overlook this gift. It needs to be nurtured to come to fruition. It just does not land in your lap. This is divine guidance from the universe, and you're about to experience some great accomplishment. And now money can be found to begin a new enterprise. In love, this is a fresh start, and you'll feel blessed and secure in this relationship. This brings in a grounding influence, and you'll feel motivated and ready for a challenge. It brings in luck and recognition, and the realization that you are on the correct path. The Nine of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles is feeling anxiety and hopelessness about an opportunity for a tangible new beginning. But this Ace of Pentacles is way stronger than the Nine of Swords, you guys, and this brings long-lasting results. The Devil with the Ace of Swords. Now, this represents getting a different perspective, and it's the strength to break free. It's cutting the ties that bind, and this is against very difficult odds. You can win a battle, even a legal battle. And this is a just and deserving outcome. The Devil with the Moon card, those 15 odds, links them together, but this is energies that enhance each other. These are fears, but something is being concealed. It's having self-doubt. It could be hiding something, or even staying in a negative situation due to fear of change, or because it's easier, or it's the lesser of two evils. These can represent lies and being bound by secrets or lies. The Devil with the Ace of Pentacles is an obsession or a fear over a situation, not a person. It can also represent some greed. The Ace of Swords with the Moon card is clarity on what was hidden. Could have been a conspiracy theory. The Ace of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles is simultaneous growth in both material and verbal. It's mental clarity. This is a newfound clarity. Could be someone may not yet reveal their true intentions. It could be feeling a lack of support. The Moon with the Ace of Pentacles is feeling fragile. It's anxiety and insecurity about a new path that has come up, and it tells us that you are on the correct path. This can also represent selling art or selling your craft. Those two aces in your reading can represent a divine union or even a new job. Now here's your divine or your Wisdom of the Oracle card by Colette Baron Reed. Card number 39, New Life, Sagittarius. Card number 39, New Life. Birth of new ideas. Well, that's the Ace of Swords. Growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, and life renewing itself. When spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms burst from the trees overnight. Birds return home and sing their glorious song. And nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon on all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to feel with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortune. Here's the relationship message. New energy enters old relationships, and new relationships are bursting with a sweetness and vibrancy only encountered when winter gives way to spring. This is a time to connect with others and share excitement, passion, and hearts full of joy. This card is a very auspicious sign with respect to love and partnerships in all form. Here's the prosperity message. You have every reason to be optimistic right now, as things seem to fall into place magically. New opportunities remind you that abundance is available to you. Delight in the bounty that begins to appear in surprising forms. Stay curious and know that your hopes and dreams are being fulfilled. It's as if a new life suddenly infuses your projects, work, and creative ideas with a kind of electricity that crackles with exciting potential. Fortune is smiling on you. I'm going to read you the protection message as well, because you've got two difficult cards here. The Nine of Swords and the Devil together. You must acknowledge your inexperience and gently allow yourself to be like the delicate new bud opening. It's okay to admit that you may not know something. You are at the beginning of things and you haven't yet hit your stride. Be immersed in the newness of it all and don't try to rush the learning process. New life has its own timetable for maturity. Be here now. Life loves you, Sagittarius. Here's your divine feather message from the deck by Allison Di Nicola. This is a very white feather, Sagittarius, and it is the white swan. Wow, that's beautiful. The power of divine grace is within you. Yes, Sagittarius, the white swan, the power of divine grace is within you. And now, here's your quote from a famous person. The secret of getting ahead is just getting started, by Mark Twain. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Mark Twain. Thanks, you guys, Sagittarius. I hope you stay tuned in and leave me a comment or a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Now remember, what goes around comes around, so I'm sending you guys out love and light and blessings. Thanks for watching.